Today we're going to be covering a back training segment, an instructional video. My special feature today is Dave Marinelli, four-time Mr. Florida, and I'll let him tell you a little bit about some of his accomplishments over the years, and then we'll get started in our segment, back training.
Thank you, Eric. It's great to be with you here. Over the years, I've been a national competitor for the last 10 years. Placed in second in the Open National and first in the Masters and second 3 other times. Always in the top 5 in the Nationals. Training in a gym like this around Eric and a bunch of these guys, keeping you in the high end of mode of training. So this should be a great segment to get our training back.
All right, let's get started.
You got it. Let's lift some weights. Why don't you start off, Eric? You notice that it's not like the smell of iron in the morning, is there?
No, it's not. Definitely not.
Here's some iron, buddy.
We're going to be doing a little bit of partial deadlifts with bent over rows and combination here.
That's it, buddy. Warm up. We'll walk through the park with that weight. That's it, buddy. No sweat. Not yet.
Just do a little warm-up set here. Get the back nice and warmed up. It's always good to do 10-15 reps before you start each set. Notice how Dave keeps nice and tight when he does his movements. Keeps everything tight, his upper torso, his lower body. Good, good. This is one of the best back builders for your rectors and the overall thickness of your back. Good. Good. Feel good. Let's go ahead and add some more weight here. Put another plate on. Usually as we get a little bit heavier here, we lower the reps a little bit. What kind of rep range do you usually try to go in, Dave?
Anywhere from 8 to 15s.
8 to 15s? Yeah, that's normally.
15. Sometimes I'll drop down to the 6 range. Being a little older, I gotta watch myself a little closer. That's it, buddy. Yeah. Like a machine, buddy. Like a machine. That's it. Like a machine. There it is. Row the boat. That's it. That's it.
Okay. It feels good. Starting to get a little warmed up. Huh? Okay. Thank you. Good. Good. Big and strong, big and strong. Good. Nice, nice set. This is great.
To the moon?
Okay. You want to go ahead and step it up a little bit more?
3 plates?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go 3 plates.
Eric.
Yeah.
You know what a beautiful sound is? You know what a beautiful sound is? This. Watch.
Nice.
Plates to slap them together.
That's it.
Nothing like the sound of plates slapping together.
Looking good. Looking good, looking good. Okay, I'm gonna strap up here a little bit on this set.
Must be showtime.
Showtime.
Get down where you need to be.
Now some heavy weight. Now we're gonna get busy now. Get busy. This is where you grow. Gotta lift within your means.
Big muscles, buddy.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Good, that's good.
Hey, I got to ask a favor. Mom's
Yes.
not here. Would you do me a favor? Could you get my shirt for me, please?
Absolutely.
Mom's not here.
Absolutely.
I can't get it up. Pull straight up.
Go straight up.
Yeah. Come on, Mom.
There we go.
Thanks, buddy.
I always have to have my girlfriend do that too.
She's over there.
That's what happens when you get big.
As they say, it's time to make the donuts.
That's it. Come on, Dave.
Yeah. Time to make some donuts. Yeah.
These will definitely win you. These are definitely get your cardio up.
Yep.
Good. Big back. Nice. Good. Good. Nice. Nice weight. Good. Good. Big back. Big back. Nice. Good set. Nice.
What do you want to do, big boy?
Let's do one more, and then we'll go on to something else.
The weight's kind of heavy, so what we're going to do here is basically try to get as many reps as we can with the bent over rows, especially because the weight's going to be extremely heavy. And then as soon as I tax it out with the bent over rows, I'll do a little partial ones, not even going full. So kind of like the Weider cheat principle, where you just kind of go halfway through the movement, and then I'll go with a full deadlift for a few reps to end everything up. So here we go.
All right, big boy. It's hard to keep up with you young kids. It's okay. Show me what it's all about, buddy. Come right behind you, buddy. Right behind you. Show me the way, buddy. Show me the way. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Some depth. Oh yeah. Some. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that looked like fun, man.
Man,
Better than going to Disney World.
nothing like getting a pump in the morning.
Yeah. Okay. Glad you showed me the way, buddy. This makes me feel good watching you do it.
David, I've known each other since what, I was 15 years old.
Yeah, he's come by the fire station. Talk about weights.
Dave taught me a lot of stuff, nutritional. We had a lot of great times over
You
here.
just took it too serious. Look at you now. Look at you now. So you're 31 now?
30.
30.
When did you start, Dave? When you were
When I was 30.
30 years old?
I started when I was 30. I'm 50 now, so it's been 20 years. And I'll tell you what, guys, if you want to stay young, this is where it's at, right here. This is what 50 looks like.
50 years old. You don't see too many 50-year-olds walking around looking like this man right here.
I live it.
He breathes
Eat
it.
it. Everything
it.
is.
That's
It's
it.
it. This is a sport.
Come on, big boy.
Yeah, nothing like a deadlift.
Nice.
in a row.
That's it.
That has to feel great.
Come on. Big boy, let's go. Nice. Come on. Big back. It's all about training intensity. 50-year-old still trains like an animal. Squeeze it up. Let's go. Big dog, come on. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feeling good. Let's go.
Yeah.
Feeling good. Yeah. Not too many 50-year-olds can do that.
On a Sunday morning, when you already trained back 2 days ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, on this next segment here, we're gonna be starting an isolation one-arm movement. It's a one-arm dumbbell row, and Dave and I are both going to be giving you tips throughout this exercise to show you how these should be done properly. Let's get started here.
Go ahead, Eric. Fire him up. Warm up and then we hit it.
Scoot this over just a touch. Just hold the front of that for me. Good.
That's good. That's good. That's it. Good. Good set. You know, Eric, sometimes I walk in the gym, there isn't a bench open. Some people get disgusted and mad. I don't give a poop. I just find something like, hey, this works. The squat rack's open. You know what I'm saying?
This will give you some different variations here. Dave's going to show you, like you said, if there's nothing open in the gym,
I just spot off something.
that's it. See how Dave keeps his torso nice and square?
Yeah.
He's just bringing it up right below the chest,
Yeah.
letting that lat do all the work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. See how his movement stays nice and tight? That's what we're looking for. Got to keep the muscle tight, getting a good stretch on the lat every time.
Yeah. That's what you call
That's
walking
looking
the
real
park.
good. That's looking real good.
All right, buddy.
Let me switch sides up here.
You know, Eric,
That's a great variation too there, Dave.
you notice this right here? Nothing like having a lat spread. What do you think?
Yeah,
What do you think
beautiful.
about that spread?
Dave has one of the best front lat spreads in the business. I tell you what, that's one of the hardest poses to do,
Bring it on
is
out.
bringing those lats out.
Both sides. Front and back.
That's it. This will give you a nice wide lat spread.
I think I'm going to
This
go to the beach
isolation.
today, by the way. I'm going to put a string on me and put a tail and fly myself. Like a kite. What do you think? You thinking about big right now?
Big kite. Oh, big kite.
That's it. Those real wide, those lats, we'll put an extra long tail on you. So you don't go around in circles.
Yeah.
Come on, hurry up. I want that weights. Turn here. That's it, buddy. Real good.
That's it.
What's nice when you're doing it, you can see your back in black and blue.
Yeah, that's right.
You can see exactly where you're hitting.
All the blood coming right to that area.
Yep.
It's nice.
You can see it. That's good. That's good. Excited. Just push myself and go. Here. Here.
Good.
Here.
That's it.
Yeah.
Squeezing it up. Just gives that nice width to the lat. Look at the veins. Dave's real vascular. Look at that. Looking full. Shredded.
Do some weights.
Full and shredded. Buck and a quarter.
Any style you want, buddy.
Try this style right here. It's always nice to change your variations up a little bit, the way you train, because you always get some new growth out of doing different exercises. This feels real nice. That feels real good, Dave. I like that.
Leave him there, buddy.
Nice.
That looks good.
Here we go.
You got 'em warmed up?
Yeah. Feeling good. I like
Now
this.
we got some weight to throw.
I like this style. I don't do this much, but I tell you what, like I said, you know, it's nice to change things up a little bit.
Variation.
That's it. It makes the body grow. Nice.
8, 9.
Nice. Good.
One from that side, buddy? Here.
Yeah.
Let me roll it to you. I don't want to have to pick it up. It's like too much work. You know what I'm saying?
I like to see you break a little sweat in the afternoon. That's nice.
Oh, I hate this. What is that? What is that? Yeah!
It's always nice to train with people that love to do the same thing you do. That's it.
Yeah. Stay there. Looking good, buddy. Big pull. Yeah. Big pull.
Want to show them a little flat bench
You got it.
with the 150s?
Yeah. Well, I got one more over
You
here.
got one more here. That's
Let
right.
me have my fun.
All right.
You're having too much fun.
I am.
Yeah.
Nice. Good. Beautiful. Let's go.
8, 9, 10. Now let's bring out some weight.
Woo, the big boys.
We don't have anything bigger to do with those. We have to get a bigger gym. I'll make sure we order some 200s. Let me put this little baby away.
I'm going to change up variations here. We're going to do a little flat. Isolation row here. So we did the standings, we did the incline, and now we're going to do the flat.
So walk through the park, man. Walk through the park. Yeah. As I said, it ain't no thing, Eric. I've been through scarier parks in these weight rooms. That's it. That's it. Now that's what it's about right there, buddy.
Give it a crack. Nice and easy. We could have get 200s today. I'm so jacked up. That's it. Big back. Nice. Easy weight. Easy weight. Dave does personal training here at Gold's Gym.
Yeah.
And he's got one of the fullest clienteles I've ever seen. He's great.
Can I brag for a second?
You sure can.
We took 7 guys and girls from this gym last week to the Masters Nationals, and everybody placed.
Isn't that the most from one gym ever?
Yeah, most ever. 2 competitors. We brought 7.
That's nice.
And they all placed.
And who were those people?
We had Aaron Shevlin took first. We had 3 seconds. Me, Susan DeSantis, and Aaron placed second in the Masters over 42, even though he's 50.
And we had Bob, right? Bob too?
Bob was 4th. Couple 5s. We had Dave and Grandpa.
And Grandpa. Yeah.
And Barbara was 6th.
Barbara was 6th. That's
So we
great.
cleaned up pretty good for one gym, 7 people.
It's the most ever, like I said, right? The most ever from one
Most
gym.
ever for one gym, 7 people.
That's beautiful.
Nicely most of all of my clients. They're about as crazy as I am too. What do you think it'd be about crazy, huh?
That'd be crazy.
Remember, these are old people, 40 and 50 and 60 year olds.
They look awesome.
Set the pace for you young kids.
That's it.
I started when I was 40, now.
Give me a lot of motivation.
I can't see you at 40 and 50, but like, head
Yeah.
Good set. It's nice to see the young kids do so well. You and Mark.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mark Alvisi, yeah, my good friend Mark, he's getting ready to compete in the Southern States.
next week.
And once again, Dave worked with him, and now he's on his way, you know.
It's nice to see you guys. I remember you guys when you were to me, little kids.
Yeah, 15 years old.
16-year-old kids.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing what a little bit of...
Here I go.
You're doing a good job. Doing a good job. Your prodigies. Pump it up, Dave. Let's go. Nice.
We need 200.
We do.
Or 175s at least. All right, buddy. Let's move into something else.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the next segment now. We're gonna go on to an isolation move and lat pull downs, and we're gonna do some front lat pulls as well.
Speaking of the devil, look who just walked in.
Mark Alvisi. Come on over here, Mark.
Come on over with us.
Come on over here.
We feel a little puffy over here.
A little sweaty.
Yeah, we know you're decarbon. Mark, good to see you, buddy. Who were we just talking
Mark
about?
Alvisi.
Come on, show the audience what you are.
I'm looking small right now. Small.
He's going to compete August 1st, August 2nd.
This weekend.
Yeah, this coming weekend at the Southern States. And he's been working real hard. He's be one of the best conditions he's ever been in. So we're looking forward to seeing him on stage, go in there and win the crowd and look awesome. So we're going to go move on to this next segment. We'll be right back.
All right.
This next segment, what we're going to do is a lot of lat work. We're going to do some lat pull downs on a lat machine, and then we'll do some supersets on lats. We're going to interpose them back and forth, and as we do them, we're going to explain some techniques that I've used over the years to help bring my lats out. I'll try to explain what I feel and what I go through. Maybe I'll help you guys out there. Let's get with it.
Sounds good. Let's go.
You want to do the first set?
Okay, we're going to do overhands.
Sounds good to me.
Overhand lat pulls here.
Yeah, I like to do overhands and
Leaning back quite a bit.
I'm going to do slightly back. Good. I do know when I do mine, what I like to do, and I tell a lot of people, I do what I call a lat shrug. I shrug my lats and then I pull. So I pull from my lats. A lot of people I see when they're training, they pull with their arms, Eric. What feels good to me, I engage my lats and then I pull with them. It's almost like a double pull to me.
All right.
I engage them as a shrug and then I pull with them.
Okay.
And as we all know, we think our lats are hooked to our elbows and we're driving our elbows to the floor. So important.
Nice.
Forget about the arms. Arms are big hooks. You engage the lats and pull.
That feels nice. Feels good.
I'll do the same thing. You'll notice my lats will engage, and then I'll pull with my lats. And this is the short man's way to get there. You gotta stay on the bench.
Short guy's got to get up on the bench.
First thing I always do, I engage them and I pull.
Nice.
Up. Engage, pull. Up. Engage, pull.
There you go.
Up.
Nice. That's
And I make
good.
it one movement now. Pull. I engage them, pull.
Yeah, it keeps all the biceps out of
Engage
it.
them, pull. I
Just
feel no
working on the
biceps.
lats. That's it. No biceps at all.
Engage them, pull.
So you get
So
that thick lat right here. Nice lat development. Good.
Ain't no thing. Like I said, engage them, I pull with them.
Good.
Too many people start at the top and just pull. I'm engaged, as you can see, and then I pull.
Keeping that chest out, real important. Real important to keep the chest out too, so you can get those scapulars to rotate together. Dave does a beautiful job at that.
You want to do another set? You want to do a superset?
Oh yeah, let's go over.
Let me change things up.
Where are we gonna go?
Let me change things. Throw this on over there.
So here's a second exercise right here in the giant set. We're gonna do. We did the lat pulls, and we're gonna right to Dickerson. So
Yeah, I like to do a lot of supersets on my back and drop sets, as we all do.
Yeah.
Especially after I've done the mass builders.
Right.
Something I like to do is these. I actually do like a pullover, standing up with the bar.
Right.
Switch right to underhand rows.
Okay.
Really nails my lats. Hits my trapezoid in the back when I give it a squeeze. Let me show you the go how I do here.
Okay.
I get myself a nice situation set up, and I'm going to pre-exhaust my lats by doing pullovers, partial pull.
Yeah, these really isolate the lat right
See
here.
it right there, be isolated. I'm
Really pull out.
pre-exhausting it. I know we all call it a superset. It's truly really called a pre-exhaust set. As a trainer, a true superset is when you do opposing muscles, which we're not doing. But everybody in gyms, always call it a superset.
Right.
I don't want to confuse anybody. We're doing a pre-exhaust.
Yeah,
So
Dave's
once
gonna.
I get these exhausted, I'm going to go over to the row machine and do rows.
Okay.
What I like to do, take it about shoulder width. This is a great bar. And a trick I learned, so you don't cheat, I put my feet way at the bottom.
Okay.
Now I can't arch except straight up.
Right.
Everybody wants to lean back.
Right.
And on this movement, try stay as straight as you can be. That way you can really see my back working.
Good.
Everybody leans back too far. If I keep my legs straight, pull right at me, I get much better pull.
Right. Looks great.
It's great, you can't cheat. I can't use my legs for propel with. I just gotta use my back. My lats are frying right now, buddy.
Bring out some great detail on your lats right
Yes.
here. Nice.
On the national level, I'll stand next to anybody and pose back all day long.
Yeah, Dave's got one of the best backs in the business, I tell you. It takes a lot of different exercises to develop an awesome back. And that's why we're showing you all these different variations, because you never can know too many back exercises. I'm going to go ahead and start through this series right here.
Like you mentioned, Eric, I do a lot of posing in between sets, stretching my lats. Some people might think you're showing off, but let me tell you something. If you don't practice it, you don't do it on stage right.
That's right.
I might not be the prettiest poser, but I have my mandatories all in the bank. That's when you're judged, doing your mandatories.
Yep.
So you better practice them in between sets. Yeah, that's when you're getting judged.
That's the
Quarter
best
turns,
time too, because there's a lot of blood in the muscle too.
Yes. Got some good lighting and a good mirror, and you're on your way.
That's why a lot of professional athletes do the posing in between, because it gets a lot of blood is already in that area that you're training. Now you grab inside on these, Dave.
Yeah, you're gonna do it. You want to take a break, and I'm gonna do a set here.
Okay.
I want to show something here before you go.
Okay.
Take a break. You got an exercise I do here, I like here. It's a drop set.
Okay.
I do 8 or 10 normal grip, drop the weight, go as wide as I can, and just ride my lats.
Okay.
You'll see what I mean.
All right, let's watch this here.
Like you say, I like to do a lot of different things. I don't like myself get bored. I don't like my customers get bored.
That's right.
People I train, so we always change it up. So I'll start with a normal grip. Say I do 10. Nice pulls.
Good.
Just really make them talk, pre-exhaust them. That's it. So I'll run through like 10 of these. And after I get like 10 in, I'll stop, go up, drop to about 50 pounds. I'll go as wide as I possibly can.
He's going real
Can't
wide.
get any wider.
Okay.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ride my lats. I'm on my lats. I'm not using any arms. Short pulls, lat rows.
Okay.
See what I'm doing?
Right.
I'm
Nice.
not coming up. It's only lats, and right now they're frying. I
Good.
call these 10 pins on your lats. Oh my
Nice.
God. All I feel is lats on fire.
Those look good. Look good. I want
It's
to
just
try.
something different.
I want to try those.
It's a 10-10.
Let's try those.
Get decent weight that you normally do 10 for. Drop it down to about 50 notches. Get wide. Don't go all the way up. Stay in the shrugs position and just pull with your lats. When you get up, all you feel now is blood going straight to your lats, buddy. That's it. Do a few. When you go to regrip, I'll drop your weight. Too many people cheat on their lat pull downs. That's why they don't have lats. You have to engage them and pull with them, or you're just using your arms. You should be able to get up and be able to pose side to side lat. Take it wide as you possibly can. Get in that shrug position, ride them 3/4 of the way. Stay down on them. Don't come back all the way. That's it. Put them on fire. That's it. Don't start smoking. There, you're right in there. All it is that lat on fire, right there. That's it. It's like doing a shrug when you've already been beat up, and then your partner comes in And then even beat some more.
That's nice.
Yeah. Do that squeeze.
Yeah, one more.
There you go.
Beautiful. Yeah, those feel good. Woo,
This
yeah.
gives you, now when you're standing
That's
there,
nice.
you're going to feel the pump come into your lats of your back. Directly to
Yeah,
that
nice.
lat.
Nice
I
full.
like that.
Okay. Now we're gonna,
Want to do double row sets?
let's do a double row set. Let's do
Something that's
that.
kind of interesting.
Okay.
A lot of times I'll do 10 10s or 15 15s, 12 12s,
Right.
depending on the weight.
Okay.
If I go real heavy here and cheat and actually use my legs, the first set, that's fine. Second set, I'm going to go to the bar again, underhand,
We'll switch it up and
and I'll be
okay.
strict.
Okay.
But sometimes I put some weight on and do row the boat. Matter of fact, some people say I'm cheating when I'm doing this, but you know what?
Sometimes the cheat principle works good.
I want them to stand with me on stage
Right.
and pose backs
Right.
and tell me about it.
That's right.
Everybody likes to talk.
They do.
Get your trunks on.
Get the
Here we
trunks.
go. So sometimes you'll see me row the boat. Actually,
Okay. Nice.
see what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'll row that boat. They're called rows, aren't they?
That's it.
And throw my back into it.
Good. He's really squeezing there. See that? Nice. Look good.
After I do a good set of these, I change up. Good, buddy.
Change up grips here.
Yeah, drop me about 80 on that. I'll do a real stretch. I'll take a nice underhand row, grip. Now, the cheating's over.
No,
Feet
no.
low,
Feet low, nice
straight
and
back.
tight.
And now, oh yeah, finish that back off. Oh yeah.
You're going right up underneath your chest then,
Oh
right?
yeah, yep.
Yep.
Right now, ooh baby. Ooh
Good.
baby.
Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Nice.
baby.
That's it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Good. You feel that real low in your lat insertion too, Dave?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
These are great. Great movement.
Oh yeah. Holy Lord.
So that you call 10 10s or 15 15s?
Whatever weight you're using.
Yeah.
And I tell you, it feels just like over there. When you stand up, all you feel is that lat blasted. Woo!
Okay, I won't go quite as heavy. Let's go 150, maybe 150.
Oh, keep it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with the stack and go a little crazy. Use my legs and everything. People understand when I flip it, I grab it in my back, boom, and I get that negative.
Right.
Try to get the negative up by yourself. You can't. Sometimes you gotta drive it up.
Oop, shit. Dave, you grab that
Yeah.
mic. Grab that mic.
Just stick in there like that. All right, roll the boat, buddy. That's it. Whatever it takes, as I say. It's nice when you got a partner. When you start to slow down a little bit, your partner will be paying attention. Boom! And make you get them. I know you don't need it, but you know what? I just like to help. Yeah! Yeah! That's it. That's it. Re-exhaust them somewhat. That's it.
Okay.
Good. Catch a breather, put your feet real low, and you're going to straighten your legs all the way back. And I'll tell you what, good angle right there. I lost it. There you go, buddy. That's a good angle if you turn it like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that works good. Feet real low. Push yourself straight back and stay seated up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, I thought the pain was there. Now it's really there. That's it. That looks great. You can see trapdoor coming together when you squeeze. That way when you're on stage, you're a double bicep. Guess what you see? A nice little V. Yeah. Killer on those lats. That's it. Here comes your partner. Yeah. That little squeeze. That little squeeze.
That's it. Nice. Yeah, that feels good.
Good
Feels
stuff,
real
buddy.
good. Feels real good.
Good stuff. Nice and big.
Nice.
What's next? Maybe some of the
Put that right there in my shorts.
maybe some of the machines.
There you go.
There you go, buddy.
Okay.
What do you think? There's some of these machines.
Yeah.
What's next?
This next segment, we're going to finish up with the little ISO work on the hammer strength piece.
Okay.
Which the hammer strength has some nice pieces. They hit the back real nice and isolates the lats extremely well. We're going to do one arm underhand grip with the isolated rows on the lat piece here.
Okay.
That'll be our next segment.
Okay, this next segment we got going on, we're going to use a couple of the machines in the gym. A couple hammers now. We have 3 hammers here, but we already did our rows and our heavy deadlifts. So we're going to do pull downs and reverse pull downs on 2 machines we got. Well, I was going to mention to you, Eric, sometimes when I can tie up both machines, I'll superset them. I'll do a set here and go right to that set under him, over, under, as a superset.
Okay.
Then come back the second set.
Right.
Just so you know, we try to play all kind of games over here, but we're going to straight set this. Eric's going to demonstrate his method of doing it.
I'm going to go overhand, and we're just going to do the ISO rows here. All right, so that's, I like to hang on to the front here a little bit and just bring it back.
Looks good, Eric. Looks good. Real good, buddy. Nice. You can see him pulling all from that region. Right there, big pulls. As we say, a couple set of big nodules right there, hanging out the side. You gotta get to the doctors, have them do something about that big lump you got there, buddy, sticking out the side of your back.
That's it.
Yeah. You know, I'll do a different style, just show different ways.
Move the seat up just a little bit.
A lot of times, being a personal trainer,
Let me do one more side here.
I'll do both sides. People say, why don't you do a lot of one single sets with people? Main reason, as a trainer, I only have an hour and I have to get the most in. So a lot of the work I'll do will be bilateral at the same time.
Right.
Just to get it all in. Real good. Those nice pulls. Real good. Good set.
Okay.
Like I mentioned a lot of times, I don't have the time. Thank you, buddy. I don't have the time to do single arms with a client, Eric. I'll have to have him do both arms.
Right.
Because I only got an hour. Or even myself, I'm short for time, I'll do both.
Right.
I'll do 2 different styles. I'll do up against and lean backs, as I call them. Sometimes I'll do my sets where I'm into it and more upper lat as I pull. Sometimes I'll do the big arch.
Right.
And I'll get the lower lat more. Now right now, I feel my lower lat doing all the work.
So the more you lean back, the more you feel it in your lower insertion, and then when you come forward,
high lat.
it's going to be high lat pulls.
And I can feel my trapezoid in the back as I pull. So you know, sometimes I'll do a set this way.
Right.
Sometimes I'll reset, or I'll do in between. One that way.
Or 2 of each.
One this. You got it, buddy.
2 forward and then 2 back.
Yep. Try to change. Try to always change my back.
Right.
Just 2 this way. Then I'll come up against the pad.
Right.
Couple this way. You know
now, can that variation be done with ISOs as well?
Yes.
ISOs
you know what I find? I tell people, I don't care what it takes. If you got a big back when you're on stage, you must have been doing something right.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. I'm not picking on anybody who has a big back.
Okay. We'll go ahead and
Slide next door.
let's do one more set here.
You got it, big boy.
I'm gonna try the high pulls like you did.
It'd be my pleasure to put a plate on for you, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's the noise.
I'm gonna try these ISOs like what you just did, but ISO lateral instead. So maybe give me a little assistance here.
People don't realize how many different areas on your back you gotta hit. If you got a training partner, he should be here with you.
Okay, if we're leaning forward,
high lat.
Going high lat pull. Just like that.
That's right. Your partner's right here, spotting you at the bottom part. That's it. That's it. You're gonna get all the negatives. I'm just gonna finish you at the bottom, buddy. That's it. That's all you can get. The end squeeze, buddy. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Like I say, if you got a good training partner who shows up, has the same mind frame, you got it made. Finding a good partner is hard to find.
Exactly.
Wants to get up, come and train.
Now let me try the different variation, Dave. Here. I'm gonna lean back, keep myself up nice and tight, and then come back.
Yep, like that. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Now you can feel that lower and mid. Yeah.
That's it. Good.
You like to have a partner to fish you right deep.
Yeah, that's
that
nice.
Little squeeze end part.
Because sometimes it's always easier to get it from the top to about the middle of the movement. It's nice to have a partner here.
Finish you off.
So I'll finish you off just right. Not too much.
Just enough.
Just enough to give you a little squeeze at the bottom. So
let you have the negative.
that's it.
You know what I'm saying? You see some guys in here also.
Just swinging it.
Yeah, doing one arm, which you could. One,
And then the other, yeah.
one. Nothing wrong, as long as you're tight.
Right. Notice how he's keeping upright. Doing that upper lat. Nice.
So it's kind of nice. You can just alternate.
Alternate them back and forth.
So many different things you can do, guys.
That's it.
Shake it up.
Finish it out. Nice.
Now he's going to
Squeeze.
finish me at the end.
Squeeze.
Get me there.
That's it.
And then I
Nice.
get a nice neck. See
Good.
that?
That's it.
He's going to finish me off.
Squeeze.
And then I get a nice neck. Yeah!
Because you're always stronger in that eccentric phase coming on back.
What do they say? 50% more.
50% more. Your fibers are a lot stronger on that.
And I always say, how are you going to get it down by yourself to get that 50% up? You can't.
You can't do it.
Partner.
Yep.
All right, buddy.
So that's a good lesson for you guys out there that are training with partners. You know, very important to be paying attention to your partner, not, you know, looking at all the fancy, nice-looking girls walking by the gym. When you're training with your partner, you know, you got to help him grow just like he helps you grow. So that's very important.
He's your fancy girlfriend from
Yeah, that's it.
You want to move next door?
Let's go ahead and move next door here. This is a little different variation here in the lat.
This is like a under reverse pull down.
Okay.
Once again, sometimes I do up against, somehow arch back. Okay. This one's a little bit tougher, and being short like I am, I have to get up here to hook in. Okay. And I do use straps. If not, my forearms give out before my back does.
He's taking a nice close grip here. Okay, keeping it nice and close.
Sometimes I'll do arch backs, where I'm arched back, just like this, against it.
Yeah.
Feels like I did over there. Some pulls like that. To be real tough on me, stay up against. This is tough.
Oh, nice. I see that. Here we go. Squeeze, squeeze. Nice.
Yeah.
That's it. Come on. Let's work. Come on. Nice.
Yeah.
That's it. Squeezing them up, Dave. Nice. That's it. Come on. Both sides. Nice. Always important to squeeze both sides. Nice. Good. Good set.
And this machine is unforgiving. That's really nice. Hits the lat high and low, depending on how you set yourself up. You do have different angles. Some people like to grab here, some wide. I've always been a close gripper.
Okay, so
There's
we're
no
going
right or wrong, buddy.
reverse grip.
There's no right or wrong. Results is it. People talk about a lot of stuff. Enough talk.
You gotta train hard and you gotta train smart. That's the key. I'm gonna lean back a little bit.
Okay. Those will be your easy ones. Those up against are tough. There's where your partner's here. Just enough. Couple little fingers. That little tiny push against the world. That's all you gotta give with that right there. That's it. Here's the tough ones.
Let me try
this. Here you're gonna feel a whole new ball game. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whole new ball game. Oh yeah. Two more. Come on, buddy. That's it. Have some fun.
That's it. Nice. Yeah, those feel good. Those feel real good. It's nice to even get a little of both in the same set. You kind of get the easier ones. You can start with the easier ones or end with the easier ones.
Okay, here we go again. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Go the other way. What you just said sounds good. I'm gonna start with the tough, then finish with the easier set.
Okay.
Go opposite last time. 5 and 5. 5 and 5. Thinking lats. Thinking width. Thinking at the beach as a kite. Here it goes.
Big back.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Squeeze.
5.
Nice. Good.
Resets. Ready? Little finish there, buddy. I'll
Nice.
take a little finish.
Nice. Good. That's it. Nice.
I'll take it.
Good. Good. That's it.
Get
Good.
heavy, buddy.
Good. Here we go.
One
Nice.
more.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
Squeeze. Good.
Oh my.
Nice. Nice.
You
Good
didn't get
set.
any easier that way either. Oh my.
Start calling you Batman.
Woo.
It's one of my favorite body parts to train.
Me too. Me too. Little back. Feels good.
Makes all the difference in the world when you step on stage, and when you turn around, you see a lot of big difference between bodybuilders when you turn around. Isn't that right, Dave?
Yeah. I like to cast a shadow on the audience from the width of my back. Yeah. That's it, buddy. Have some fun. Yeah. Just a little bit of weight. Ain't no thing. Oh yeah. Yeah. 5 of these. No, you set yourself back. Come on, big boy. No, you think you felt pain? Here it comes. Oh yeah. Just got to be a ton. Oh yeah. 3 more. Oh yeah. 2 more. Oh, come on, you gotta find 1 more. Squeeze. Nice leg. I'm letting go. You better get it. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Felt good. Now we got a nice pump here. Why don't we let you do a little posing? I'm gonna show some people some of the detail of your back. We'll go.
Wanna go front lat pose?
Yeah, we do. Let's start with just a mandatory. Show people how you just do your relaxed pose. A lot of people don't do that correctly. See how he's standing nice.
Pose the legs first. Bring it on up, chest up, and here's the most important part. Watch. See the smile? People don't smile.
Yeah.
There you are. This is easy as can be. I don't even know I'm doing anything.
Got a nice, he's flexing about 75%.
That's all.
You know.
Stand here all day, just like this.
You always start with the base up, like you said. Start with your legs, work on all the way up.
Boom.
Hit a nice pose. Go ahead and hit a lat spread for us. Front lat spread.
Ain't no thing.
Nice.
And smile.
Nice. He's got some huge lats. Show out there like wings. Bringing his elbows forward a little bit.
Comes in handy when you do a double bicep pose too.
Yeah. Look at that. It's hard to get those lats to come out.
And when you come to the back, nothing like widening your back open. How much wider can you go? There it is.
Beautiful.
Also comes in handy for your double back bicep pose.
Nice.
Relax pose.
Show them the how you pull your arms back when you do the rear lat spread.
I know this is covering. But normally if you didn't have that there, you row the boat.
Roll the boat back.
Sides. As you hit it, you just arch as you go.
And you're leaning back. Leaning back into it. Bring that nice wide back.
Like that.
Beautiful. That's nice.
How about you?
Okay. When you can explain a little bit why, you know, kind of teach me a little bit as you're teaching everybody else. Okay.
Your front stance. You're on stage. You gotta pose those legs. He has them hit. Step like he's the Terminator. Where's that smile? Here you go.
That's it.
What else did you ask for? Right. Okay, Eric, that's a good stance. You got his base, his hamstrings, calves, everything set. With a nice back stance. Judge, you want to ask for a back lat spread. Show us a back lat spread here for the kid. Sets his base, calf, hamstring, glutes. He pulls his back into position. See the striations. Then he rounds it out as he leans back. Look at that. You can see his back. Look at that. You can see his tricep, his back, everything laid in the right position. That's great. How about double bicep?
Dave's just come off a contest, but he's quite a bit bigger now already within 5-6 days coming off of a show.
Yes, I'm 14 pounds heavier.
14 pounds heavier, and
But
it's
no
amazing.
heavier in this.
Yeah, no heavier in this, and this is
How
the
I
way
will
Dave.
look.
This is the way Dave and I usually stay in the off season. We don't get too fat. You know, we keep our calories under in check, and try to stay healthy and look fairly lean all year.
Mostly like myself and Eric, we have different regimes. Myself personally, my protein stays pretty much at the same level. I rotate my carbs.
Right.
If I get a little bit fat or smooth, I cut them down. If I get a little tiny looking, tiny to me at least, I up them. So I just ride a roller coaster. Half the time I'm a little bit too fat, half the time I'm a little bit too small, but half the time I'm on the money.
Right.
If you can follow, it's a wave.
Right.
I do a wave ride, keeps me in this type of shape. But everybody eats their own. I prefer to stay and look like a trainer, so I get the respect as a trainer.
Yeah. The main thing is, you know, you got to really everybody's got to find their own little regiment that works for them, because everybody's body style is a little bit different.
Right.
You know, and once you try things, you got to try them for, you know, a good month to see how well
Maybe
that they work.
a couple months sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
sometimes a couple months to really figure out what's really working for your body style. And you know, you can always take recommendations from people like Dave or myself and incorporate a little bit of things on your own and try to find out what works for you best. You know?
We're both still trying stuff now.
Yeah,
we
still do.
Checking. We're still having fun with it.
You know, 19 years now, we're still trying more and more things. So.
It's fun. Keeps us motivated. He'll tell me something he's doing, I'll try it. I'll tell him. what the heck?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
keep ourselves fresh.
You got to try
Maybe
something
what
new.
we learn between us, we try to share with our clientele. We want our clientele to be best they can be too, and everybody is different. Trying to find what works is the key.
Dave, I appreciate you coming today, and
No problem, buddy.
I had a lot.
It's been a
I had a lot of
pleasure.
fun. And,
Been a pleasure.
You know, it's always a lot of fun listening to you and hearing all the new things you have over the years. You know, I've learned a lot of stuff, and
I can tell you, I can remember Eric was this big about 16, 15 years ago. Now he's this big.
yeah.
I don't know about these kids. I don't know what they feed them, but I want to eat the same thing.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome,
appreciate
buddy.
it. All right.
See you next segment.
Okay. Take it easy. In this segment, we're going to cover nutrition, dieting tips. We're going to talk body fat testing and several pre-contest dieting tips for amateur athletes as well as professional. I'd like to thank Bill Kruger and the Refuge for letting us tape in this location, and also like to thank Mark Alvisi and Dave Marinelli for coming in today and talking with us about nutrition. On the board, we want to cover, first thing we want to cover a little bit today is start talking about rotation diets. And Dave and Mark are real familiar with rotation diets and their pre-contest prep. And I'm going to let Dave elaborate a little bit on some of his experiences and over the past years and what works well for him, and give a few tips out there for the amateurs. And Dave, I'm going to let you take over with the rotation diet that's worked well for you.
The rotation diets, Eric, for the last 13 years, I've used them on myself and a lot of clients getting ready for shows. If I start with a client 12 weeks out, or if I've known him in past history, I know what type of rotation I'd like to use on him. There's a few different ways you can do it, as you have written on the board. Some of the clients, just for an example, we'll do a taper down. We might start his first day one, with 250 carbs, say 50 at each meal for his first 5. Second day you do 4, where you got 200, then 150, 150. And then on your last day of it, you might do a high fat spike, as we call it, if they respond real well to fats. And when I'm speaking of fats, I like to use good fats. You know, old-fashioned peanut butter, almonds, walnuts, cashews, not garbage fats. Okay, something healthy on them. Then follow the rotation diet again, 250, 200, 150. Then I have the other clientele that, well, we might go 3 lows, 1 high. In other words, their carb intake might be anywhere from 50 to 100 carbs for 3, 4, or 5 days, depending what their body fat's at that time. And on the 4th, 5th, or 6th day, could be a high carb day.
Right.
High carb could be as high as triple the 4 times what they normally be taking. So if they're doing 100, that would be a 300.
Right.
So they might do 300s in a row. Then their 4th day would be a 300 carb day. And those 300 carbs would be broke up evenly with their 5 or 6 meals.
Right.
Now, a lot of times when I do this rotation diet, their protein requirements are going to be stay the same at every meal.
Depending on their lean body
Yes.
mass, you would
Yes.
give them a certain amount of protein.
Exactly. And the protein would never change. The only thing that rotates is their carbs.
Right.
And I might use a high spike on carbs on them, a high spike on fats,
Right.
depending what they respond to the best. As you know, every client's different, and when a lot of the competitors have to find out is what works for themselves.
What would you say on an average? What's like a 3-day rotation?
Yes.
4-day rotation?
3.
3-day works.
Yes,
best
works
for an
about on the
person.
average. 3 days of 75 to 100, then hitting 250 to 300 on their 4th day.
On the 4th day.
I even have, for the average client I train in a gym who is a little bit more progressive than the average client who wants to look good. I might do the same thing with them. I might, they're on the page where I might say, we're talking starchy carbs.
Right.
Okay, potatoes, rice. I might say, okay, I want you to do 2 days of starchy carbs, 2 meals of starchy for 3 days. On your 4th day, I want to do 4.
Right.
So then they're going to do 3 doubles, then a 4. they realize that the first 2 or 4 meals is their starchy carbs.
Now elaborate a little bit on the starchy carbs, just for somebody out there that
Okay.
wouldn't know exactly what a starchy carb is.
What I mean by starchy carbs would be more of your complex carbs, as we speak. Not talking vegetables, which we consider fibrous or salads. An oatmeal, a potato, rice cake, sweet potato, yams. More of a complex carb. I don't know which carbs you like best. Everybody has their favorite.
I prefer sweet potato.
Okay, sweet
potato, rice cakes, brown rice, stuff like that.
Yes.
Those are my favorites.
I have to admit, the rice cake's one of my favorite because it's easy to calculate.
Right.
One rice cake, seven carbs.
Right.
How much easier? If you eat 5, you got 35.
That's these particular ones here. We have a lot of different ones out there. The ones that they're coated, but these particular ones Dave was talking about is the lightly salted. They're just plain rice cakes. Very easy to calculate.
Yes.
And awesome for anybody who's dieting.
Yes, because the calculation is easy. They have them slightly salted, or if a person has trouble with water retention, you get salt-free. Either or. So my clients are a little bit more progressive for living life, not doing a show. They're on the page where they've been with me long enough, because I explained, as we all know, 80% is nutrition.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the first thing I have to pound in their head is nutrition is the important part. Their training is secondary. So when I speak to them about a starchy meal or a fibrous carb, they know what I'm speaking of, because the first couple of sessions is going over nutrition. So I might say I want your first 2 meals starchy, your last 4 fibrous. So the average person, I might say, okay, I want you 3 days, 2 starchy carbs, your 4th day, 4.
Right.
And I'll watch them, observe them, and see what they do, and go from there and adjust. As being bodybuilders now, we're going to be a little bit tighter. We're going to calculate it and weigh it,
Right.
and make sure we're doing exactly. And if I got a guy get ready for a contest, he has to be honest with me. If he's done something wrong, he must tell me, so I can see what I can change in the calculations. Because I'm basing everything on what he tells me.
Yeah, that's a very important point that Dave's stressing, is if you're really going to compete, whether it be fitness or figure for women or bodybuilding shows for men, it's very important to actually weigh each portion of food, whether it be a chicken breast, a 6-ounce portion of, if Dave or your personal trainer out there is telling you, okay, you need to eat 6 ounces of meat at a serving, and you need to have 50 grams of carbs. It's important to weigh these things out, because it's kind of like an experiment. You're taking your body through an experiment, and you have to know all the variables, so then you can change something. If 200 carbs is not working for you, you maybe have to drop that down to 150, and that's why it becomes important to measure everything. So.
Yes, what you're saying is very true, especially if you're working with somebody, so they're not telling you one thing and you're trying to figure something else out. Just basically on myself, as you know, Eric, I try to stay in shape year-round, which a lot of guys like to put a little bit more bulk on them. At my age, I like competing as a light heavyweight, around 196 area. So off season I go up to 208, 210. And a lot of people say, Dave, how do you work your carbs then? I actually use the mirror now. I'm to the point. I can wake up, do so many days of low, look in the mirror, and when I get to like a leaner look, that will be my hard carb day.
Kind of a little bit flatter look for you.
Yes.
Like the muscles kind of look a little bit flatter,
Yes.
then you know you're gonna have to
Fill back out.
3 times. You do 3 times the amount, or
I would
2?
yeah, about 3.
About 3 times the amount.
And I use visualization of the mirror.
Right.
But I'm at that point of all these years of training myself, I can do that off season.
And that's one thing, after years of doing it, you'll find out what works well for your body,
Yes.
for your body type. And
Everybody's different.
as you do it more and more, you get used to the rotation of your own carbs and your protein.
That's why, there's tons of books out there on how to get ready for a contest. I think it is, you need to try a few different methods and see what works better for you.
Right.
A rotation of carbs, maybe fat spikes. Everybody I've ever worked with is different.
Right.
I would say the rotation of carbs works pretty good on about 70-80% of people.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're going to have the ones that are going to have to do a high fat, high protein diet in.
Right.
Where the carbs are so sensitive.
So let's talk about that a little bit. Let's let Mark elaborate a little bit on. Mark, I know you've experienced a little bit in the past with several different types of rotation diets, but why don't you elaborate a little bit on the high fat, high protein diet, and what it did for you, and what to be careful with, and kind of what to monitor a little bit as far as your progression through that diet.
Well, there's some positives and negatives to each type of diet. The thing about the high protein, high fat diet is obviously you have to keep your carbs completely to almost nothing, because you're trading those carb calories for fat calories. Now, the whole purpose of doing that is because you want carbohydrates, especially when they're a simple carb, is going to cause an increase in your blood sugar is going to go up, which causes your pancreas to release insulin into your bloodstream. And insulin is a very anabolic or muscle building hormone, but it's not selective. I mean, it will make you store just as much body fat, as you guys know, as it will make you build muscle. So what happens when you're taking in more good fats as opposed to those sugary carbs, it keeps your insulin levels very low, which is going to allow you to just, without changing your calories, you're not going to be storing as much body fat. So the benefit of that is you can keep your calories the same, but you're keeping your blood sugar constant, and you're not going to be storing as much fat. The downfall is, it takes a little bit of time for you to adjust, because your body's most, your body really craves carbohydrates. It's the preferred source of energy. So you're going to feel a little bit, especially in the beginning, the first couple of weeks until your body adapts, you're going to feel a little bit more, your recovery might not be as good. You won't have as much energy.
So about 2 weeks, maybe. About
2 weeks.
Kind of.
What I noticed is your body starts to take a shift, and this is pretty much general across the board. In the human body, it takes about 2 weeks for hormonal changes, to occur. It takes a little bit of time because the body's very adaptive, as you guys know, and your body will adjust to its conditions that you put it under. But initially, it's going to be a little bit tough, just like anything else. But then at that point, you could probably get away with taking in a little bit more calories, but then you have the whole recovery issue.
Does it make you fuller as far as appearance-wise? How long does that take? And I mean, does it seem after the 2 week initial period when your body starts to kick in and utilize some of those good fats? And when we're talking about fats here, we're not talking about greasy hamburgers or nothing like that. We're talking about peanut butter, natural peanut butter, almonds, olive oils, different good monosaturated. There are saturated fats or the bad fats that you want to stay away from. The monos and the poly.
Exactly. Flaxseed oil. You always want to make sure you get your omega-3s, omega-6s are very important. You want to take in like salmon, which is a good source of fat. And yeah, it's going to definitely keep you a little bit fuller. But then again, everybody's an individual, and some diets, like these guys were saying, work better for some people than others. And I've experimented with the carb rotation, high, medium, low type of diet. I've experimented with the high fat diet, and for me personally, I do better on the higher carb, low fat diet. It just makes me feel like I'm just in more control over how I look on a day-to-day basis. And it just definitely helps me to be overall stronger because my body just craves carbs, and that's just where everybody's an individual. And as long as you have the discipline, to do what it takes and keep your numbers where they need to be, then you can look exactly how you want to look on any given day. You just have to learn your body and then apply those things, and then it's just about just having the discipline to keep it going.
And learn those numbers. That was a really key thing. That's something that Dave said a long time ago, and I always remember that is it's a numbers game. You said it's a numbers game, and it'll always be a numbers game. It's finding those particular numbers, and as professional athletes, we may talk about, Dave say, he'll ask me what I'm doing, calorically right now, and I say 32. And that means 3,200 calories. Across the board, I may be doing 32s. And you ask some of the pros, and they'll say, I'm 30 or 32 or 40s or whatever. But that's what that means, like 4,000 calories or 3,200 calories. And those numbers are all very important in how you look. Like Mark said, you can make yourself look however you want to look. And if 3,200 calories is the number that makes you look at 9% body fat or whatever, and makes you look tight and full, you can get those numbers from having high fat, high protein, high carb, low fat, low carb, high protein. All the numbers can be interchanged, and you can get it no matter how you put the rotation together. The main thing is that these rotation diets are an experiment. As for you amateur people out there, you have to actually get one, try it, and do it for I would say an average of maybe 10, 12 weeks to really get a full effect out of out of what what it's going to do for your body. And that's that's the hardest thing to do, is to be so regimented and stick to something for that longer period of time, because there's a lot of things that come involved in your life. But if you want to make it a priority and you want to look a certain way, then that's what you have to do. And it's a big sacrifice, dieting. A lot of people don't understand it. And dieting is kind of a bad word. I mean, it's actually a lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's a lifestyle that you live. It's a lifestyle that any professional athlete, you have to eat correctly on a daily basis to look a certain way. And now what I want to do is I want to move on and talk a little bit about body fat testing, and maybe get a little bit of your guys' input on how important it would be to do someone's body fat, to be able to get those calculations, to come up with some kind of raw numbers to start with when you're working with an individual. And Dave, go ahead and you can elaborate on that a little bit.
As Eric was saying, I've always believed it's a numbers game. Like on your board, the important thing is, if you have your body fat done, you try to stay with the same person. That person is going to hit you in the same spots, usually 9 to 10 times. But he does it, he's going to hit the same spot. He's going to have a reading. Now his reading might not be the same as somebody else's reading. Different gauge, he might not use quite the same spot. That's just a starting point. Mm-hmm. If you come to me and you're a 10, I know that when I get you on stage, by my calculations, I might want you between 3 and 4.
Right.
Well, as long as you hit 3 and 4 with me, you're ready to go on stage, as long as you dump your water. Now, I do my own calculations, which is a little bit different than other people, but I have my own figures that I use. Another trainer might use his own figures.
Right.
The thing is, you need, like you have on your board, should be the same person that you work with from day one.
Right.
Stays with you. I've had people come up to me and I'll do their body fat. Maybe I have them at 8. They go to somebody else and they have them at 12, and they got another person has them at 6. And you'll find that person looking for the one who gives them the best one.
Right. They're looking for whoever makes them feel the best.
Yes. And it's just a number.
Right.
It's a reference.
It's a reference.
And I try to tell it to people. With me, I do a 9-point average. Always have, works well. I just take 9 points, divide it by 9. It becomes between 3 and 4. Usually I like you to toward the 3 end. Drop their water, they're ready to do a show. So that's very true. The first thing you have to know, same person should be your testing person from then on. Because everybody is going to be a little bit different. And when you do a body fat on somebody, you can't fudge it. If they're 12, they're 12.
Right.
You can't sit there and try to make them feel good by taking it again and say, now you're 11.
Right.
It's like playing golf. You have to cheat for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. You can't do that. Mark, what do you think about that situation?
I think that, like Dave was saying, I mean, you're just using that number as a reference. One person might have you at 12, the next person might have you at 10. You're still the same lean. You might go here, go there. It doesn't really matter. Don't get hung up on the body fat percentage. That's like people getting hung up on a scale. You might go to one store and jump on the scale at Publix, and it tells you you're 150 pounds, and then go to the gym and it tells you you're 160. Well, did you lose 10 pounds from the time you left the store to the gym? No. You just use the same scale, just like when you're body fat testing. That's your reference. And all you need to be worried about is, are the numbers going in the direction that you want them to? And from time, you do it this week and then 2 weeks later, if your numbers, your pinch folds, they go down using the same person, then obviously what you're doing is working and you keep running with that diet. And that's the biggest thing that you need to concern yourself with is what the numbers are doing, not the actual body fat percentage. Because guess what? Your gauge is going to be how do you look. Some people can look in the mirror and at 4% body fat, they look great. But the next person at 4% might not be lean enough looking. Just use that as a reference.
Let's talk about this a little bit. I'm going to go up here and do some calculations, and we'll get back to this point about how important the numbers are. Let's say, for instance, we take somebody who is, let's say, 200 pounds, and we'll do, let's say, the 15% body fat. And then we have to calculate this as a mean body weight. And then we'll do another sample here. Same body weight, different person.
let's say they weigh, 9%. And this is where this comes in, real important is the lean body mass, where we calculate those numbers on calorically what they're going to intake. So we have a person that weighs 200 pounds and they have 15% body fat. So they're 170 pounds lean. Okay. Now this is the number we would work off right here. Okay, that same person that's 9%, you can take 9% of 200, and we're talking about 182. Well, it changes a little bit. It's not a lot of difference, but protein requirements now. Now, what would you say? We were talking about this earlier, Dave. The average athlete could be in a range of how much for protein?
I always put between 1.5 and 2.
1.5 and 2. And
yeah.
What about you, Mark? I mean, that's pretty much what you've always went by.
Well, basically, you never want to drop it below 1 gram of protein for every lean pound that you weigh. But what I usually use to dictate where exactly I have that above 1, between 1 and 2, is where my carbohydrates are at. I don't think that you need much more than, you definitely don't need to go over 2 grams of protein if you got your carbs up high enough. Because of the fact that when you start dropping your carbs down really low, what your body's going to start doing is tapping into your protein source and utilize that to break down and use it as fuel. That's when you really need to jump it up to 2 and above. But it just depends on what kind of look you're going for. There's different phases. Your goal might be to put on a lot of strength and size, and you're in a building phase where you're trying to put on some more muscle mass. Where you need to, I would, recommend you take in about a gram and a half of protein for every pound you weigh, and jump your carbs up to 2, maybe 2.5, of that number. But then when you're in the dieting phase, you have to flip those numbers, because now you need to drop body fat. That's when you jump your protein up to about 2 grams and get those carb numbers down real low, and that's when you're tapering them. That's what I do.
That's an excellent point. So that's real good tips there, guys. I appreciate that. Now, the lean body mass, we're going to take some calculations here. Let's say you have a person that you're trying to help out, and just for your amateur athletes out there, you kind of got to have to evaluate your own body style and say, okay, these numbers here are kind of like average numbers for metabolic rates. Now, let's say you're really slow metabolism and you have a real hard time getting body fat off. That would consider you as a slow. And now someone who's extremely lean, kind of a skinny person that has a real, has a hard time gaining body fat, we would put them up in the 15 category. Now what we do with this is we take the 170, which is the lean mass of this first guy here, and you would take the 170 and times that by, let's say he's real sluggish and he has a hard time, he's 15%, and he has a hard time even breaking down and getting into the 10% body fat. So we'll put him at a 13. Times that 170 times 13, and it's at 2210 for calories. Now this is just kind of like a raw number based off of kind of what you set them up on, what you set yourself up on, 2,200 calories, and you would go through one of these type of rotation diets, set yourself down, get a book, calorically find out, break down the foods that would come up to these numbers. Now this guy here, he's a little bit leaner. Let's say, he's a 15. You think you're a 15 because you stay pretty much lean all year round, and you have a hard time gaining muscle mass. So what we'll do is we'll calculate 200 or 182, which is a lean body mass, times the 15. Okay, and that bumps you up to 2730. So we've got 2 different guys here. They both weigh the same, and the lean body mass is different. And so with their metabolic rate. So you can see how the numbers change here a little bit. And like I said, once again, these are just kind of like raw numbers that you start working off of. And you may find that, your metabolic rate's even so fast that you may need to bump those numbers up a little bit more. But that's, once again, where these rotation diets come in very important, where you kind of do it, and you have to stay on it for weeks at a time to find out if those numbers are working well for you. Once again, if you're really, interested in putting on more muscle mass, or you're interested in getting really, really lean and tight for a contest, those are things to pay attention to. I'll let you guys elaborate a little bit on this.
I'm going to talk a little bit more about body fat as we're here. One thing I wanted to say, a lot of times I'll have a couple clients and they'll have exactly the same body fat. Say we'll take two girls, for example. We put them both in bathing suits. And they'll both be 12% body fat. But one will look extremely good for 12%, and the other one at 12% won't look even as close, as good as the other. What I have to explain to a lot of people, and this is true for guys, when you do a body fat, the gauge, not to sound funny, does not measure the buttocks. Mm-hmm. I don't put the gauge on the buttocks. So if you had one girl who's 12%, and you have another girl who's 12%, but her butt, say, sticks out and drags on the ground, mm-hmm. by going by the spots, they're both 12%.
Right.
And what I have to explain to a lot of people, the one who looks really good is what I would call a true 12%.
Right.
This other person could be 6 months more worth of dieting.
Right.
Or eating right, I should say. And take her body fat again, it could be still 12%.
Right.
But her buttocks came off the floor and is where it needs to be. So I might have two clients or two athletes getting ready, and one will look at the other and go, he can't be what I am. Look what I look like. But see, it doesn't measure inner thigh, buttocks in certain areas that the gauge we don't use on a person.
Because everybody carries their fat a little bit
differently. Yes. So, you know, if we put them in a hydrostatic water test, they could be they could be different.
Right.
Another thing too, I could have two athletes, both at 4%. I have one that's dry as can be, looks great. I have another one that just retains the water.
Right.
And they both have the same body fat, but if you were to visually look at them, you say, oh, there's no way. But by the time you dump the water out of both of them, they would look basically the same. Right. So, you know, people got to realize that. Just because you have a number of 5 and I got a number of 5, doesn't mean when we stand out there in the sunlight, we're going to look the same. Example is I'm very dry all the time. Mm-hmm. So if I stand, I'm about 5%. If I stand next to some guys who are 5%, they won't even look as I do. But our body fats are the same.
Right. Sure.
That guy gets ready for a show, he'll look just as well as I do. So I just want to just mention that. So sometimes people get so tied up with these numbers of their body fat.
Right.
It's a gauge, as we say, we go by, but you got to take in water and where the body fat's being held, as you mentioned.
Sure.
Everybody carries it different. I just wanted to bring that up too. I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, it's very important. You know, and you know, it's a lot of it's a mental game. Like this is very important. You know, these tips are very important when you're getting ready for something. Don't get discouraged, you know, and get all wrapped up in the numbers. These are reference points that'll take you to a different place. So, you know, keep that in mind, you know, when you're going through these changes, and pay attention to the mirror. You know, very good tip. Always pay attention to the mirror, and you know, just keep pushing through with the diet, the rotation, and you know, things will start happening with the body. You know.
You know, I just want to say a point. I might have two clients getting ready for a show a week out. One looks really good, and the one looks so-so. The one looks really good when they do all their contest prep work last week. Might come out just a little bit better. But you might have this other one. When they do their contracts last week, they might change anywhere from 20 to 30% change. Mm-hmm. At the end, match the other. Where the other one might change 10%.
Right.
You might have a client. I have some. So one thicker girl, for example, she don't look good until the day of the show. Right. She just carries and retains so much water. Right. But she'll go and change, I'd say almost 30% change in 1 week. Wow. On their physique. Where another girl who looked basically as good the week before, it doesn't change that much. So, you know, a lot of times I'll have people call and say, man, I'm not going to do a show. I look like this, blah, blah, blah. I always say this. Tell me what you look like the day of the show. Right. Not what you look the week before, per se, because a lot of changes take place in a lot of people the last week. Some drastically, some not as much as others. I just wanted to bring that point up to you.
So you have to really kind of keep them mentally focused. Yes. You know, because you know people do get discouraged. You know, it's you know, all of us sitting here have been doing this for years. You know, and it takes a lot of hard work to get in the type of condition that all of, you know, Dave stays in tremendous condition all year round. Mark, you know, he's a tremendous athlete, and he changes like Dave. Dave stays pretty lean all year round. Me myself, I fluctuate a little bit. Mark, he fluctuates a lot. He looks incredibly. These changes that come about with Mark is just incredible, and everybody's body's a little bit different. All of us sitting here, we're a little bit different. And get us on game day, and we all look about the same.
Yeah, that's what's important. It's all about game day, and what I apply is, I have a term I call it controlled focus. Okay, that's how I do. That's how I get myself ready for something. And you have to have balance. You cannot try to be perfect or look in peak condition all year round, because I'm telling you, you're not going to last. That's like trying to drive from here to California and never getting gas. You're going to burn out. You just have to know when to do it and when not to, and you have to have balance in your life. So that's why when it's time to diet for a show, as far as if we're talking about that, or if you're just trying to drop 10 pounds, you need to have that controlled focus and the mindset to say, okay, this is where I'm at, this is where I need to be, and this is what I need to do. And then you just apply it. Apply the numbers, apply the training, and you make it happen. That's how I make such dramatic changes, especially in a short period of time, is because the human body is very amazing, and it can change really quickly if you apply what I call controlled focus, and you just do it. But if you're lethargic and you just kind of like a little bit here, a little bit there, that doesn't work for me at all. I don't know about you guys, but I have to just drop the hammer, and that's why people are like, they see me 2 weeks later and they just can't believe it's the same person. But that's what happens when you really apply yourself.
Yeah. Turn it on, 110% focus, and that's a very good tip for all you amateurs out there. It's if you're trying to drop 10 pounds, if you're not trying to compete or whatever it is, whatever your goals are, you really have to get focused and do what it is that you set out to do. Don't let anything get in the way, and your body will make changes. It's very amazing, like Mark said. I mean, it's going to make changes if you stick to what it is your game plan is. It's all about the game plan.
Very true.
I appreciate you guys coming in today. You guys are been a big inspiration to me over the years, and I look up to both of you guys. Have a lot of tremendous amount of knowledge, and I think that we're going to help a lot of people out there, and give them some advices that they could use, today, tomorrow, for the rest of their life. And I think it's going to change a lot of people's lives. You guys change people's lives all the time. I know I do, and I look forward to working with you guys in the future. And I appreciate all that you've done for me.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
I'll tell you, I got to say the same thing. I've learned a tremendous amount about what I know from these two people right here. Dave's actually the first person that really turned me on to what can actually happen if you apply the proper nutrition. And once he kind of armed me with those first few types of tips and educating me a little bit about how to make your body look a certain way, I caught on with it. And I kind of got excited, and I just drove after that and just tried to learn as much as I could. And you can learn something from everybody. I learned a tremendous amount of things about nutrition from Eric, a ton of it from Dave, and then I went and did my own research, and that's how we can all help each other out, because it's you just have to sponge off of people that are doing well. It's like success is not going to jump out of the bushes on you. You have to go and find people that are where you want to be and sponge their knowledge and just try to educate yourself as much as you can, and it will make a big difference.
It's funny you say that, because I ask you guys now different things that you guys are doing, because I'm always curious myself, and you hit it right on the head. It's nice to be able to ask somebody else, what are you doing? Because I can try it, or try it with a client. Anybody who thinks they know everything is not going to go anywhere.
Right.
It's neat. You tell me something different, and you tell me something different. I kind of a little bit older. I've watched you guys change so much. It's great to see it. And now I like to hear what you guys find out, because you guys are out in the community of bodybuilding, finding out new things.
Right.
And I'm always asking, what's the latest? What's going on? What's the supplements? I like to know too. So I'd like to try other things.
Constantly changing.
It's science. I mean, science never sits still. There's always something new coming out, and that's what this is. This really is science.
That's what
The
keeps
whole
us
thing
excited.
that's what's exciting about it, because
Yeah.
there's always constant change. And it's just the body is just, it's a science of how we do what we do. It's not just, doesn't happen by accident.
I appreciate you guys coming today, and I hope everybody out there gets something from this tape. And please visit our website, muscleology.com. I think you'll get a lot of information, and please try some of our supplements. We have 5 different products being released next month. Please try those supplements, and also get out there and use some other supplements. We got some great supplements on the market. We got, VPX is making some awesome stuff. Plasma Expander, Myceline's awesome protein. Cytosport, I use muscle milk. I know these guys use muscle milk too. Myceline and muscle milk. A little bit of Stamina, Cell Tech. Those are great products. And also look for some upcoming products. We got the Fat Burner Lipoline 7. That's my product. And we got DPX 10. We got Myofiber Cubed. Myomatrix 5's coming out. Muscle Food XL series. We got a whole bunch of stuff. We're excited, and I hope everybody visits the website. Send me emails if you want. EricH@muscleology.com. If you have any questions, we can get in contact with these guys. They'll be working. Mark's working on the website. Mass Appeal is going to be his article. You read his article every month. He's got some stuff coming on there. Dave Marinelli is always available for questions too. Just drop me an email, and I appreciate everything.